We got Lori Duckworth here. Lori, come here for just a second. So this is what this is all about. I'll spin the camera around here, see if we can. Oh, see, I knew that would happen.
Uh-oh, you spun it too fast.
I spun it too fast. I broke the damn thing. How are you doing?
I'm good, Russ. Thank you.
Thank you for making the drive all the way up here. We're trying to raise some money for the whole the legal fees and everything. What's the latest that's going on with your situation?
Well, the latest is our next court appearance will be for both my husband and I, August 12th, another pretrial hearing. Mm-hmm. We will be discussing what disclosure we have at that point, and at that point, setting either a trial date or seeing where we stand at that point.
I see. So, of course, all of this takes a lot of money to have to pay attorneys.
It does.
Now, I understand that one of the things that happened while this case was going on is you and her husband, Lee, were separated for how many days was it?
25 days.
Wow. And why was that? What happened? What was going on there?
Well, because we are named as co-conspirators in the 27 counts now, I guess they thought we would co-conspire further.
I see.
So 25 days, no contact, even through third party, which was phone calls, family members, etc.
Wow. And this is the longest time the two of you had ever been apart, isn't that right?
Basically, yes, in 21 years.
Wow. So they lifted that order. Did they give you any reason why they changed their mind?
No, other than our attorneys had requested that order be lifted. The same day they lifted that order was when they gave us 5 new charges.
Oh, man. And what are the new, because I understand it was 11 charges of 1,000 feet within a school distribution, right?
Yes, and 11 charges of manufacturing within 1,000 feet of a school. And then the 5 new charges are 2 counts of money laundering, 2 counts of racketeering, and 1 count of possession. And the reason we got the possession is they believe we were out of compliance of the Oregon Medical Marijuana Act.
All right. So, man, they're throwing everything they can at you, it sounds like to me.
Yes, they're trying to. When the evidence is presented in court, we'll see how the ball bounces.
And that's something people need to understand is in the state of Oregon, it's not against the law to be providing medicine from patient to patient. It's not even against the law to take reimbursement for expenses and utilities. So this is a really strange case.
That's correct. And we believe that we were following the Oregon Medical Marijuana Act and working within the compliance of that at all times.
This is what's frustrating to me is that there's a lot, maybe not a lot, but there's people out there on the shady side, you know what I'm saying? But it's the people that are trying to obey the law that are doing the best job of it. We saw it with Human Collective up here north.
Yes.
We see it with you down south.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Why are they going after the ones that are trying to follow the law?
Well, we see the big difference between the North and the South, and even Detective Powers admitted during interviews since our raids that in Northern Oregon, the Oregon State Patrol has a hands-off approach, and we believe that that's completely unfair and very biased toward those of us that are operating within compliance in the South. And we believe that we are being targeted in the South. It wasn't just our safe access point, but it was 2 others, 3, but owners of 2 others were also arrested. And we are being targeted in the South. We feel we are. We sit at the crown of the Emerald Triangle. Yeah. We have access to the biggest farms and the biggest farmers. And again, we believe that we are being targeted down there by the state police, who instead of targeting us should be protecting us, and they are not protecting us down there. Instead, they're running law enforcement down there with an iron fist.
Yeah. Now, what about the school? Because this is a strange part of the case in my mind, is that, you guys have been there for a long time, and I don't think the school has been there for a long time.
June 1st, we will have been there for 4 years. We had 1 more year on a 5-year lease. Okay. That school went in the following June after we were there, nearly a year after we were there. That school started out as a Christian preschool. Over its duration, it has changed its articles of incorporation, and it now will register K through 8.
And so that was what they needed for it to be the the trigger, I guess?
I believe so.
Yeah, all
There's
right.
further investigation going on with that school.
Yeah. And, you know, just from a political standpoint, here in the state of Oregon, we have a bill, I think 3360, is that the right one?
House Bill 3460.
3460 that would
Yes.
Legalize and regulate what people are trying to do now. And that is, you know, be the weed fairy. And
Yes.
Oregon law is really stupid. You can have 24 ounces, you just have nowhere to get it.
That's right. Oregon law was flawed, in my opinion, since the beginning, and because it didn't provide patients with a safe access point to be able to go and obtain their medication. It made them mandate a grower-patient relationship. And then in 2005, when the Republicans and law enforcement took away our affirmative action and gave us a higher plant count limit and a higher possession limit, they created that big gray area that gave us no dispensary system. So what are we supposed to do with it? And then that's when the complete abuses of the system happen. We need a dispensary system here in Oregon. We need legalization so it can be taxed and regulated. For goodness sakes, Oregon, have you not cashed in on the cash cow of what the medical marijuana system has already done for you? Be honest with people. Tell people how much you've taken from the Oregon medical marijuana program already. People don't know. Voters don't know unless there are people like me out there educating it. And that's what you're afraid of. We're telling the truth.
Yeah, I know that at least in one of those years, because like $920,000 that they went and appropriated from the budget.
They've taken millions.
Yeah, over year after year after year, and one of the things that's most offensive to me about this, recently they passed, sneakily passed in a budget bill the raise in the patient fees.
Oh, they absolutely have. Between October 1st of 2011 and I believe June 1st of 2012, that fee increase generated $7.2 million. That in and of itself should tell the voters of Oregon exactly how much money just the Oregon medical marijuana program itself can generate for the state of Oregon.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here with Lori Duckworth, and she is one of 4 co-defendants we're calling the Southern Oregon 4. We're doing a live fundraiser here, trying to raise some money for the legal bills because, it takes these folks. Lori here is a warrior. She's not going to knuckle under. She's not going to, back down. And we got to have her back. We got to raise some money so that we can have these lawyers. It's Lee Berger and Paul Loney, right?
That's right. My attorney is Paul Loney, and my husband, Lee Duckworth, his attorney is Leland Berger.
Excellent, excellent. So we want to make sure that everybody have the resources they need to be able to fund this. If you're looking on the screen right now, the web address is scrolling by. I know it's an awful long one. I'm going to make one of those short Rad Russ addresses for it.
All right.
And we'll make that happen so everybody can remember it. It'll be SO NORML 4 with the number 4. rad-r.us will make that happen. All right, so Lori Duckworth, Executive Director of Southern Oregon NORML. What's happening with the Southern Oregon NORML now?
Well, actually, I had to appear in court last week. We received an eviction notice from our current building, which we love that building. We've built a great relationship with the federal courthouse and the employees there. Hence, we were not raided by the federal government. It's been a great place for 4 years. We are in the market for a new building. We have looked at different properties. We have found a great realtor and landlord who has multiple buildings. So it's just a matter of finding the one we like and calling it our new home.
Excellent. Well, we've got you back. We're going to support you every way we can. Southern Oregon 4, you can look that up on Facebook, right?
That's right. That's right.
Southern Oregon 4 on Facebook. That'll help. We're going to turn things over now to Anna Diaz, who's on the mic with Madeline Martinez. Thanks, Lori.